for that to happen. But it will probably eventually come, but not yet. We're not there yet. So that's why I show you. I'm saying you can do. It's always good to do some fine controls yourself, and that's, for example, in today's tutorial. All right, and then basically. The model I'm going to use today is you guys have seen this before. It's the Quen model 3. Its size is 30 billion parameters, and of course, as you guys know, I think I talked about it just literally yesterday. I have limited RAM, not VRAM, RAM. So I need to try to make it as possible so that most of this all the AI stuff stays in the VRAM as much as possible, because as soon as it goes to RAM, or especially the SSD, it's going to be really slow. So I don't want to waste time. So I'm going to make some compromises. One of the compromises is obviously I'm using a Q5 model, although I can probably run a Q6 or Q7, even Q8. It's just going to be too slow, because when it's doing the processing, it will need a lot of RAM, which I don't have right now. And I'm not going to overpay for RAM. I said if the RAM price is going to stay up, I'm going to be stubborn and I'll stay where I am. All right, so, and then for the web, we're going to use the ThreeJS WebGL. Now, if you want to code this yourself, I do have some tutorials from way back in the day where you can do your own WebGL or WebGL2, but it's really difficult, especially the math for the transforms. So it's way better just to let get a library, in this case 3JS, so you don't waste your time. And I said you guys really don't want coding, so there we go. All right, so I'm gonna stop right there, and I have a little update. If you guys remember yesterday, I showed you some stuff I've been working on. So we go to idealium.store here, and you can see I do have my algorithm serpent book here. It's available on Amazon. And then there's also the recession business blueprint. For example, if I click this one. So the new thing I added yesterday was now I have a contact. So there's a contact form here. If you guys want to contact me, that's one way. And then there's also this other one, which is if you ever need a temporary email service, for example, when you sign up, they'll say, oh, we want to send you this and all that kind of stuff. So instead of using your real email so you get spam, you can use this. It's the temporary mail service. I don't have a proper name for it yet. So as you can see here, it'll give you five minutes of email. It'll give you 5 minutes to use an email. So basically, you just copy this. You give it to, whatever you type in, and all the mails will come here. Now, all this mail is, you can read about it in the about, and you can also read the privacy policy. So essentially, everything stays in RAM. Nothing is shared or stored on the disk, so meaning that after 5 minutes it gets deleted, but you can extend it up to 3 times, so up to 20 minutes. So just if you want to extend it, just do that. Otherwise, it will be deleted, and then you can just refresh, and you can use this temporarily. So I just wanted to show you that to you guys. Now back to this show. So this one is ideal em. idealem.space, and as you can see here, it's also here in the URL. I'll start promoting this more in the future, but okay, so that's it. Let's get started here, and so and to get the model, you can simply go to Hugging Face or GitHub. There are a lot of places you can get the models from. So I went to Hugging Face, huggingface.co, and in the search I just typed, because it's a GGUF, just type GGUF something like Quen 3, and you can see, I think this is the one I actually got. This one, the Quen, I don't know if I got this one. It's the 30B. This is the one. This one I got. I didn't get the Coda version, but I just got the regular one. But so you can go pick that one up. So we can. I've actually done a review of this one. Quen 3. So 8B. Okay, I didn't realize Quen themselves also have. So you can go and grab. This is the Coda one if you want to try. But I just grabbed the Instruct because I might use. Haven't done any reviews again for a while. No, just to test some other stuff. So I've noticed there's not too much difference between the Instruct and the Coda. Obviously, the Coda one is more geared to coding, but just barely. So you can grab. This is basically what I grabbed, and I said I grabbed the Yeah, I can actually prove it to you guys. I'll show you a folder here. Why isn't the folder working here? So if you go to models, chat models, you see I got the Quen 3 30B, and it's the, what is it, the Q5K XL extra large. So obviously I can get something bigger like a Q6, but it won't make much of a difference for what we're doing today. So that's it right there. And now I'm going to show you how to. So let's get started here. So what I need to drop to the command line. I didn't have time today, but I was going to do something so we don't have to do this in the future. Essentially, I have an AMD Instinct MI60 GPU. When I purchased it, it didn't come with a cooling apparatus, so I bought a 3D printed fan shroud, and what I do is so what I do is there's a 40 millimeter fan that blows the air through it when it needs cooling, and that's how I basically cool it. Alright, and then I'm gonna go here. I think I need another tab still. I'll put this tab here, clean this up, and clear it up. So I'm going to start the web UI for this. I'm going to use llama-cpp, and I'll show you the parameters I'm going to use. I'm going to change it up a little bit, and I'll explain to you why. Okay, so I changed it up a little bit. Let's make this bigger. I don't know why it's so small. Okay, so as you can see, it's this model. It's in this folder here. I'm using the Llama server. That way I can get the web UI, Jinja, the context, so make the context bigger. That way you can have a conversation. Like if it makes a mistake, I can ask it to correct it or something else. And then the port number 8081, whatever port number you want. I don't even know what the default one is, honestly. And the number of graphic layers, I chose 50 because this model only has 49. And then the temperature, I lowered it a little bit, 0.2. The min P is 0, and the top P is 0.8, and top K is 20, and the presence penalty is 1, and repeat penalty 1.1. So I don't want it to be repeating stuff. So then after that, I just press enter, and then what I'm going to do is so I'm going to take this out of the way because we don't need to see it. We're not doing anything on the command line. So I'm going to grab this guy here, and I'll make it a split view. I actually found a use for the split view. So if you join the live chat, your message should appear somewhere here. Like, looks like I already have, yeah, looks like I already have some spam. Okay, and all right. Oh, looks like Twitch is also working. That's great. I don't know what happened to Kick, and I don't know what happened to the other ones. Let me see what happened to. Hopefully, Odyssey is still working. I'm not sure about Odyssey there, so let's hopefully everything is okay. But I'm also recording it, so I can just upload it after this tutorial, so that won't be too much of a big deal. If you're joining late, I apologize. There was something wrong. There was an update yesterday, I'm guessing, with Pipewire that messed things up. So now we should be good everywhere. At least that's my hope. Yeah, hopefully that. Yeah, I think it is. All right. So all right. So what I'm gonna do? Oh, this guy's not ready, but I can get started here. I think it's no, actually, I'll just wait. I'll be patient. I'll just wait. So it's still loading, as you can see here. It's using my ROC M, obviously the MD Instinct MI60. It's just loading up. It's a little bit slow. I don't know why it's slow. Must be the up. There must be some bugs with the update. Wow. Oh, that explains it too. That's probably why the laptop was slow yesterday too, because I performed the same update. Remember, the laptop was making some weird sounds yesterday. And I was surprised because all right. Are we done yet? Okay, so we're done. So 80, 81, llama.cpp. So llama.cpp is opening up here. That's great. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up a split view. This part of the split view can be up to about here. I think that should be great. I wish I could put this always on top, but I can't. Okay. So then for this new one, I think it's 1.1. What is it? 1.1. No, it's just one. So one, yeah, color control. Color control is what I want. Okay, so I don't know why. Oh, I can resize this. That's what I want to do. So resize this. Okay, there we go. I think that's good. You guys should see this. So what I do is I go to fan, system fan 2, which is system fan 2 here. I don't even know. Okay, looks like I have to make this bigger again in order to grow. Which is system? Oh, I can't even see the names. Jeez. System fan 2. There we go. That's the one I want. Okay, I think you got, yeah, you guys should. Okay, so system fan 2. So this one I just need to change it to 35, and then I'll just hit the play button, and we can see the temperature. This is the dedicated GPU, so it's I know it's about 42 to 44. Obviously it's cold, so it's 42. That's fine. And you see here's the model 2507. Looks like they have it's an instruct, and yeah. So you can also go to settings, and then you can change the settings here as well. If you remember, the settings that I decided to use were what were they? The settings that I decided to use were I don't know if it's going to use my settings or this setting. So this is perfectly fine. 0.8 is correct, and then you can go, for example, to the penalties. The penalties I changed the repeat penalty to. Oh, I changed the. Did it come up here? It looks like I might have to do it again, but okay, that's fine. It's fine. It won't make too much of a difference. Okay, so what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to type in the prompt. So the prompt I'm asking it is to generate. I did this already, but I'm saying is that I'll show you. So I'm going to start the fan here for the GPU, so the temperature is fine. So all you have to do is just put your prompts in here. I'll read the prompt to you while this is generating. So the prompt is act as a senior BPY developer, generate a lean Python script, generate a lean Python script for Blender 5.0. Script must use data objects.new and collection objects.link for memory efficiency. Create 3 cylinders base arm1, arm2 with height defined as variables. Calculate top location of each segment mathematically to ensure perfect stacking. Set auto smooth to true and add weighted normal modifier to clean CAD-like edges. All objects must be placed in a new collection method. So a new collection named Procedural _ export. Output only the Python code, no pros. Okay, so that's what it did. So it did output the code. So so what I'm going to do is, where is that? So I'm going to go here. and tutorial and AI code and Blender 3D. So it did output some. It did output the code. So basically, you're supposed to grab this code and run it inside Blender. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy. You know what? I want to copy this code. You know what? I'm going to leave the code there. Okay, I'm going to leave the code there just so you guys can see how it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the next prompt. Because I'm saying the browser can stay open, that's why. So the next prompt is act as a technical artist, write a Blender script to clean AI generated geometry, target all mesh objects in the procedural _ export collection, run bpy.ops.mesh.dissolve _ degenerate and bpy.ops.mesh.delete _ loose, apply a bevel modifier with 3 segments and a small offset to simulate real world edges. Add a decimate modifier set to collapse with a 0.4 ratio to prep for ThreeJS. Force the up axis to Y and the forward to -Z for standard GLTF web orientation. Output only Python code. So you see that output the Python code for us. And finally, the last prompt is act as a ThreeJS performance expert. Write a JavaScript component that 1. Loads a GLB file using a GLTF loader and Draco loader for compression support. 2. Implements a basic ambient light and directional light with shadows disabled for FPS. 3. Use request animation frame with a delta time check to cap at 60 FPS. 4. Add a simple orbit control setup with enable damping set to true. 5. Scale the model to fit a 5 by 5 by 5 bounding box automatically. Output only the JavaScript code. So it's done. Okay, so we don't need the AI anymore. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see, the temperature, it barely even grabbed the, you see the temperature is already almost back to the ambient temperature here. This is the integrated graphics, this is the dedicated graphics. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change that to 2 and oops, what did that work? So 2. Okay, so it's back to normal. So alright, so we don't need this anymore, so I'm actually going to minimize it. And now what I'm going to do now is, oh, I actually do need it. I just remembered I do need it, so I just need to put it somewhere. I don't need the cooler here, so what I'm going to do is I should have grabbed this code and put it in a text editor. That would have been easier. I'm just gonna grab it out here and put it out of the way. So the reason for that is because I need to open up Blender, and I'm gonna leave Blender the way it is because yeah. So you guys should see Blender open up here. So what I need to do is I just need to go to the scripting workspace. So what you do is you just click here. You go to the scripting workspace. You slap. You know what? I'll make this a little bit smaller. Blender, come on. Why are you doing this to me? Jeez. Wrong. You make it a little bit smaller so people who are on smaller screens can. I mean, you guys don't need to know what I'm doing, but okay, whatever. Yeah, so basically, we go to the scripting workspace, you click new, and then you paste in the code. So I'm going to paste in our first code, the code it generated. I'll prove it to you that I do have it here. So you see here, I'm just going to hit copy and paste it in here. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, where is the run? Here's the run button. I'm going to click the run button and see what it does. You see, it actually deleted something and put something in there. But there's a problem. You see down here, it produced some errors. You see, it produced some errors here. So, so that's a fail. So it doesn't make sense for me to run the next code because this one is already failed. Now, let's continue just for giggles. So I'll copy this code next. I slap it in there, and then hit the enter key, and then you see this one actually it produced, I think this one actually executed without producing any errors, so that's good. And then let's go to the last one. The last one, this is for generating JavaScript. Okay, so that's basically what I wanted to show you. Now, let's not waste any time, so I'm going to get rid of this. What I'm trying to say is that the code has problems, is what I was trying to get at. So the code does have problems, so I'm not going to waste your time. I'll go and clean up the code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this. I'll open up a new instance of Blender. And I'll show you, oops, what am I doing here? Blender. Okay, here's Blender. It's going to give me the same nonsense again. Yeah, so I need to grab it. Oops. What is going on here? Okay, that's the problem with GTK. Geez. Alright, okay, so this is Blender. So all I need to do is go to the workspace tab. Where is scripting, sorry, I'm in scripting. Here I'm in the scripting tab. And I just click on new. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use actual code that works, not the one that's completely mixed up. So I'm going to put everything in one place. So I'll just copy this part here. Paste it here, and then I click this run button, run script. You see I've run the script. Now we don't clearly need the cube, but I'm just going to leave there for giggles. So next is the next part, which was for where the code is fixed up. Here we go, and I'll run that. And you can see what it just did. And then the next part is you just export it. So you simply go to file, export, and then you can see here you have GLTF2. So you give it a name, you pick the place you want to export it to. So I highly recommend this. I highly recommend that you. So here, make this a little bit smaller so you guys can see. So let me make this bigger. Perfect. Okay. So here, on the format, you want to pick the binary, because binary it instead of just putting everything as a text file, the JSON, you pick binary, and then what you do is you go to include. Make sure that in include you have the if you have any lights and cams, you obviously would select, make sure you select them on. And then we go to transform, and then make sure y plus up is, you uncheck that. And then you go to data, you go to mesh, and here the modifiers, you want to set it to apply modifiers, so I'll set it to smooth. So that's it. And there should be another one, compression. Yeah, compression, you can click compression, so it's more compressed. That's for the drag code. So that's what you do. And then yeah, you save it. So I've already done that. I don't need Blender anymore, by the way. No, don't save. So here's Blender. I have my GLT file. I'm going to show you the code here. The code was messed up also, the local AI, so that's why I'm not going to bother showing that to you, because I don't want the story to take too long. So all I have to do is open up in, say, Guinea here. So you guys want love IDEs, so open up Guinea, and I'll just resize it very quickly. Okay, so here we Control++, yeah, there we go. So the usual doc type for HTML, charset, Viewport, I set the initial scale to 1. This is for mobile, especially mobile phones. The title 7 Secrets to Coding Procedural Robotic Arms. And then we have, I said, I'm not going to talk about styling because that's subjective. You style it any way you want. Okay, so that's subjective. And then what I decided to do is obviously use ThreeJS for importing. You guys have seen this type of tutorials every time I do a ThreeJS type tutorial. You see we're going to use the loaders for GLTF. We're going to use the Draco loader, that's when it's highly compressed. And yeah, we also we get 3, the GLTF, we also the orbit controls, that's for the camera. And then as you can see, all the code is here. So I'm not gonna, I said, I know you guys don't like coding, so I'll just put it here, all the stuff here. So I fixed up everything. What I'm saying is I fixed up what the AI was not able to do. All right, so there we go. And obviously you place the whatever placeholder with your own model. In this case, you see my model here. So that's it. Now, what I'm going to do is, let's close this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start a Python server because it has to load things locally. So you do need a server because it's loading stuff. For example, it's going to load this file in the in the HTML file. So I'll use Python for that. I'm going to use Python for that one. We don't need this anymore, so I don't even know why I have it here. So I should just click Control C to close it. Okay, and am I in the right place? Yes, I am. So, okay, so here's perfect place to put Python. So I'll just say Python space -m http.server, and the port will be 8080 and just press enter. You see, so I have the Python server up and running. You can use any server you want. I just use Python, and you just go to localhost 8080, and then so the one we want is obviously the HTML code here. So I'll pick HTML, and it should load up our model. Unless did I mess something up here as well? Unless it's too small. Oh, it is there. Okay, so I gotta tell you guys. So the model is there. It's because I didn't put what do you call it? I didn't put a light. So remember, I didn't put any light there. So it needs a light, or for example, an HDR image. But it is there, and I can prove it to you because there will be no errors if I go to inspect here. Inspect. So you can see with this. Oops. Oh, I forgot. Oops, wrong one. I forgot. Wrong. Let me just copy this. This is the wrong. This one doesn't have WebGL. I need to. Did I close the? Yeah, I still have it open. Oh, there we go. I still have this guy open. So we're gonna use this one. Yeah, that one doesn't have WebGL. I forgot. It does not have WebGL. This one I know has WebGL. So I just paste it in there. Yeah, there we go. We can see our objects. So as I said, there's no light. So what I did is I just added some grid here so you'll be able to see something. I did that deliberately. So this is just the introductory because I didn't want this tutorial to take too long. Obviously, as you can see, we have these, and you can basically continue on to make your objects. So that was just a quick introductory to show you how you can use local AI to generate objects. Obviously, it's supposed to be a robot. That's why you have 3 of them together. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, so with that, let's finish up with this tutorial. Wrong one here. I'll take this out of the way. So let's finish this up. If you're ready to master the professional stack, you can get my books. They're available on Amazon. Search for Edward Ojambo. The links are in the description. If you want one-on-one tutorials, they're available at ojamboshop.com ojamboshop.com. The links are also in the description. And if you want professional consultations, you can contact me at ojamboservices.com. But if you want just tutorials one-on-one, you can contact me at ojambo.com/contact. Okay, now with that, local AI is the ultimate tool for modern creative professionals. You can now build complex machines with the power of code. Stop waiting for expensive upgrades to start your next project? Use your existing hardware to dominate the 3D workspace today. I do have some other resources despite the idealum.space and idealum.store. So I have this novelette. It's Algorithmic Serpent. This is by me, Erodo Jambo. It's about an AI scientist who creates an AI system and loses his mind, so he has to be in control of his mind. And this is the back. So this is the paperback version. It's a novelette. There's also an ebook version. I'll talk about ebooks in a few minutes. My latest greatest one is the Recession Business Blueprint. This is available on Amazon as well. You can pick it up if you're thinking of starting a business. It could be a side gig, it could be full-time, it doesn't really matter. We're in recession right now, so that's the best time to start a business. So whether you're looking to budget, looking where maybe you can get funds, where you should run the business, because sometimes you might think, should I run my business in whether it's my home? It doesn't matter. I ran my business when I was in a condo, so I was running right there. I just found in the solarium. So I live in a room, right? So what I'm saying is that you can decide the garage, rent a place, all that information will help you guide you. For example, if you need more skills, like for example, when I started my business, I wasn't comfortable. I didn't know anything about marketing, so I went back to school and I got a diploma in business management. I really just wanted marketing. Now the problem at that time is all the marketing diplomas and stuff. There were 4 years. I didn't want to spend that much time. I wanted to go as quickly as possible. So that's why I took the business, because the things I wanted were there in the business management diploma. So that's why I went back to school to that, because I only had I had a biology degree, and I worked as a chemist. I didn't have the marketing. I wasn't comfortable with the marketing. Everything else I had self-taught, but that was the part I didn't. So I went back to school. So you can decide on your own if it's worth it. So all my books, they do come with there's ebook versions. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can get the books for free. At least read them. So you can read them. Let me know what you think. I enjoy writing, and I hope to do more writing. And obviously, I know you guys don't like the programming stuff, so that's perfectly fine. I'll pivot away from that, and I think I already have. Okay, so, and then if you don't know more about me, as I said, I'm a software engineer, I'm an author, and hopefully in the future I'll be an influencer. And you can explore my books, my bookshop page on Amazon. If you need support, ojamboservices.com for consultation service, and then at ojamboshop.com. There's a comment section here for you. Please use it to post something related to the actual tutorial or the talk or the podcast. So in this particular case, it was about Blender. It was about local AI, procedural generation. That's all perfectly fine here. But the best way to contact me is to use the contact forms, ojambo.com/contact, ojamboservices.com/contact, and ojamboshop.com/contact. And then inside the channels, you're going to follow me: Odyssey, Rumble, BitChute, YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. Okay, now I would also like to implore you to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments, because the more people subscribe, the more this content gets pushed out to more viewers. Those viewers join this growing community. They post their tips and tricks, and they can also post their requests, which I'll personally review, and then I'll share with everyone. For example, the AI, I was very green last year, even when I upgraded my workstation, and viewers, just like you, helped me out. And of course now I'm a first learner. I went and trained on my own, and I know a lot of this stuff. I even trained models as well. So there we go. I share with everyone. Okay, and then I'm going to also show the outro. Surprise, surprise, the same as the intro. Local AI codes, 3D robots. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll back up here and let you know. If you want to see what's upcoming, just simply go to the watch menu, live summary. You can see we've just finished this one here, and then tomorrow we're gonna do another podcast. I'll show you obviously my system again. This time will be a little bit different from last time I showed you my system. After that, I'm going to show you how to speed up the RTX video and AMD hardware for video and audio generation in the same video. And then after that, I'll show you how to, actually, this is a little secret here. You guys can guess. it's we're actually gonna run a game on a Raspberry Pi 0W. Yeah, you hear me right, 0W, the original 0W, not this, not the 64-bit one, but the 32-bit one. And then after that, I'll show you. We'll do a review of the default, which is a game engine, and we actually get it running. We actually move as well, and I'll show you how to do all that as well. And then there's going to be upcoming stuff. I said I try to keep 5 here. Just been a little bit busy, and yeah, so that's it. I'd like to thank everybody else who also sent me some well wishes after I lost all my chickens. Thanks again for that. I really appreciate it. So with that said, I'm not sure if I have time. I would like to do a night stream soon to do some unboxing stuff, but I'll see. I'm not there's some stuff I want to do first, so maybe if I have time I'll do it tonight, but most likely it'll probably be tomorrow or the day after, so there's time for that. Okay guys, so in the live chat, I don't see any other live chats, so I'll leave you now and see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Bye now. Have a great day.